Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today I'm making the most requested Christmas wreath and it is something quite unique. A lot of you asked for it last year and this year already. So you know what? Without further ado, let's get started on our peacock Christmas wreath. Let's go over the supplies for this wreath. They are also going to be in the description box below, along with where I got everything. So first, I'm choosing a 21-inch gorgeous deco mesh that is this peacock kind of theme. It is bluish, green, aqua. So this is going to go perfect with the ribbon that I chose. The first one is 2.5 inches and it is gorgeous. It is this pretty ivory with peacock feathers. The other one works along with it, and this one is a dark blue with the greens, with the blues, and it will go perfectly with this deco mesh. Next, you're going to need some pipe cleaners to attach the deco mesh to the wreath form. And the wreath form I'm going to be using is a Dollar Tree 14-inch metal wreath form. For decor, I'm going to be using these lovely poinsettias from the Dollar Tree, along with some glam gold ornaments that I also got at the Dollar Tree, and these come in a pack of 16. The 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath form comes with 6 sections and 4 rows. In each one of the sections, we are going to put 3 pipe cleaners. We are going to put 1 pipe cleaner on row 1 and 2. And I'm going to face this pipe cleaner towards the inside of the wreath. Then I'm going to do a pipe cleaner that's going to go on row 3 and 4. And I'm going to put 2 on each side of this center one, 2 twists. And I'm going to face this one going out. Each of the 6 sections should look approximately like this. My wreath is all done. I have 6 pipe cleaners on the inside. I have 12 on the outside, and my wreath is ready to go. Pre-made wreaths, they actually come a little different. They have 8 pipe cleaners on the inside and they have 10 on the outside. Both ways you get 18 pipe cleaners. This way you're just a little tighter on the outside and looser on the inside. This week I was asked to explain why I do my setups this way for my wreath forms, and the answer is super easy. It is basically so it's easier for all of you, especially those people who are starting out. But I'll tell you something, I have been teaching this method for so long and setting up my wreath forms like this for so long. I'm okay with doing either this method or that method, and there are also perks to this method. What we're doing today as far as decor, this method is actually the preferred method for what I'll be doing. Today I'm going to be doing 12-inch poofs on this inside row and 10-inch poofs on the outside row because I just want to put a little bit more volume on the inside row. The edging on this deco mesh is not even, so I'm just going to go in 2 inches and gather my tail. Before I attach my tail, I go all the way around and just make sure that I'm about 2 inches away from where I'm pinching to make sure that I have a good seal. Now I'm going to grab one of my pipe cleaners. I'm going to give this a good twist or 2. Then I'm going to grab a zip tie and I'm going to go off about 1 inch and zip tie it. This is going to do 2 things for us. It is going to straighten out this little edge and it's going to seal it in place. And then I'm going to trim the tail. Especially if you're going to sell your wreath, make sure you zip tie that tail. In this inside row, I'm going to do 12-inch loops. So I'm just going to measure my 12 inches and off I go, making gorgeous loops with this absolutely stunning deco mesh. My last loop on here, I'm going exactly where I started. I'm putting it over just like that. And I'm going to give it 2 tight twists. Next, I'm going to go to the next section of my wreath form. So not in the one that I started and finished my first circle. We're going to go to the next one. And this pipe cleaner right here, that is where we're starting. For the outside layer, I'm going to be making 10-inch loops. I'm done going all the way around doing 10-inch loops, and now I'm at the end. This is where we started our second row, and this was the transitioning little loop. This is going to act as my outside loop right here. So I'm pretty much done. I'm going to give it about 2 inches, cut it off. Next, I'm grabbing a zip tie. I'm going to push the tail in, and I'm going to zip tie it. I'll show you in the back, to this intersection right here on the 3rd row. And this way my ending tail will stay in place. And don't forget to push this part back so it doesn't scratch anything. Next step is to fluff everything out. Looking at this ribbon in person, I cannot even express how gorgeous this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off 12 inches. And I do my ribbon a little bit different than most people. I zigzag it. I know that most people don't zigzag. They just use a tool and wrap the ribbon around it. But I do it this way because I know I'm going to be cutting dovetails. And at the same time as I'm cutting the dovetails, I'm cutting the ribbon, and it works out perfect. For this wreath, you're going to need 36 pieces of 2.5-inch ribbon cut into 12-inch strips. Next, I'm going to grab each side of my ribbon, and I'm going to just fold the endings in half and make a dovetail, just cutting on a slant. Going to go to the other side and do the same thing. For this blue gorgeous ribbon that's 1.5 inch, I'm going to be cutting it at 12 inches, but I'm only going to be cutting 18 strips. Same thing with this ribbon. I'm just going to fold it in half on the sides and cut it on a slant, making the dovetails. I'm done cutting up all my ribbon, and now I'm going to grab 2 of these gorgeous light ones. Grab a blue one, put it on top, find your center, just super quick like that. I'm going to just put this in the middle on top and bring it together. And now I'm going to put it all over the wreath. And since I know I'm not adding anything else on, I'm just going to twist my pipe cleaners until about 1 inch from the connection, clip it off, fold it in half, and fold it back. And now this is going to be a repetitive process, doing this to all my little pipe cleaners, to all 18 spots. Just have a little section done, but I wanted to show you how gorgeous this is going to be. And as you can see, it's starting to fill in so nicely. So now I'm going to continue putting on my bundles all the way around and start opening them. Our ribbon bundles are all on, and now it's time to brighten up the wreath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 6 inside bundles, and I'm going to put the little poinsettias inside them. The poinsettias from the Dollar Tree come 5 in the little bundle, so you're going to need 2 bundles in order to get the 6th one. Let's prepare the poinsettias. I'm going to grab each poinsettia and this little inside part. I'm not going to cut it off because that'll take the flower apart more than likely. So I'm just going to take the little buds off the top. Inside of each poinsettia, I'm going to grab the ornament, take the little plastic part off, and it comes off fairly easy. And then this part right here, I'm going to just snip that off. Probably need to hold it because mine flew across the room, but you want to snip that off. Grab your hot glue gun, and I was pretty generous with that, and then put that right in the center of the poinsettias. What that's going to do is that's going to bring all this gold out, and it's going to brighten up the center, and it's going to just make a beautiful focal point. But what you want to do is just let that dry first. So I'm going to put this on the side and do this to all 6 poinsettias, and then we're going to attach them to the wreath. My pretty poinsettias are ready to go. So all I'm going to do now is give the back of my flowers a generous amount of hot glue and gently set it in the middle. My ribbon, I'm just going to kind of squeeze it from the bottom because I don't want to put the flower all the way down. I want it to be up a little bit. Once again, lots of hot glue. I'm going to place it not all the way down, and I'm going to be hot gluing it to this blue ribbon. There you go. It's not all the way down, about 1 inch from the bottom. And here is how this peacock wreath turned out. I think this ribbon is absolutely stunning. And all I'm going to do is play around with the ribbon here and there, straighten everything out, and make sure my little poinsettias are in somewhat of a circle. To complete the wreath, I'm grabbing a piece of floral wire, and I'm just putting the wire right there on this intersection, giving it a few twists. And then what I like to do is I like to interlock it like this. So basically, one going one way, the other one going another, and then I twist one going one way, the other one is twisted going the other way, and now you have a nice and strong hanging hook. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are not part of the DIY with Nadia community, family, whatever you want to call it, don't forget to click on that little circle so you can subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell so you are notified every time a new video comes out. If you would like to continue watching more wreaths right now, I selected some really fun videos for you to watch. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye, my friends. Mwah.